Welcome back, watchers, listeners, all of our faithful fans. We're back with our last spooktacular episode. I
Yes,
am your
sir.
host, Garett Christopherson, here with my fellow host.
Natalie Brinkerhoff. We are so excited. Happy Halloween, guys.
Happy
It's either
Halloween.
today or tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
When this comes out.
hmm
Love it. Garrett's putting in the
So,
work for us this week.
yeah, we're trying to get one more Halloween episode in, and then the Christmas chunk starts happening soon. So,
Christmas season.
hmm
Get
um,
excited.
so before we jump into our movie today, we wanted to just do some fun little Halloween questions. And to start off, Natalie, Um, what are you going to be for Halloween this year?
Well, I'm really okay, so I'm really bad at Halloween costumes. And I always just like think of them really early on, but then don't buy them, and then I buy them too late. So this year I was like, oh my gosh, I have such a good idea of what I want to be for Halloween. So I bought it
hmm
early enough that it was like, but now I'm like regretting what I bought. Because I think at this point in my life, it's like, you got to do something kind of funny.
Uh,
I don't know.
it's
And
either gotta commit so hard that it like looks really
it's
cool,
like
or you gotta
so
be
good.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you have to just like do something so funny and like kind of just more chill. And mine is pretty chill, but it's not funny. So a couple
hmm
years ago, I did Amanda Bynes and She's the Man as like her boy counterpart, and it was like so funny. But I didn't go anywhere because I don't. Oh, I also don't have anywhere to wear my costume, so that's also part of the problem. So this year, I got. If you've seen the movie A Cinderella Story with
hmm
Hilary Duff, I got a costume that like works like that. So I have just like a white skirt to like look like her ball gown in the like dance scene, and then she like goes to the diner right after the dance and then pretends like she's been working all night. So I have a white skirt and then a black shirt and then a pink apron and a Dodgers hat because that like is her that's like Sam from the movie. But I'm just like, where am I wearing this to? And it's not funny enough. So anyways, I don't know why I spent the money on it, but I guess I'm being Sam from
hmm
from A Cinderella Story. So we'll see. I'll probably wear it on Halloween for like 30 minutes and then be done. At least it was cheap.
Yeah. I like it though. I like the idea. And was it just
Thanks.
like there you didn't like specifically look for like, oh, this type of costume, you like kind of built it, quote unquote, yourself?
No, so I saw it on TikTok. Like I saw
hmm
somebody else doing it, and I think it would be really cute if it was like a couple's costume. But now I'm single, so it's like if I
Yeah.
had like somebody to be Chad Michael Murray, I think it would be really cute. But now I'm like, why did I do this?
hmm
just me as just me as Sam by myself. I guess she's single in the for most of the movie, so it
During that
works.
scene, is she single?
Yeah, so I guess it's
Perfect. Yeah, it
fine.
works. Nice.
Anyways, what are you being, Garrett?
I bought a Amazing Spider-Man 2 mask like a couple months ago, and that
Fire.
finally arrived like earlier this month. It was like a super realistic, like when I put it on, it looks exactly like the mask from the movie. Like I have a face shell that I put over it as well, or I put
Nice.
under it as well, so it actually has like the shape. It's not just my head, which is kind of lame because I can't just take it off and it's me. Like I have like a 3D
It's
printed.
like on your
Yeah,
face.
it's like what they actually use in the movies is like they have the shell and then they put the mask over it. Um, and so that's what I got. The entire Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit was like $900. So I was like, no. So I just instead got the mask and I'll do like the Spider-Verse broke Peter Parker vibe. I'll just put on sweats and a jacket, put the mask on, and then it came with these little web shooters that I'll put
Let's
on
see
my
'em.
wrist with like a
Okay.
band.
Fire.
But it looks like I got them because there was an ad on Instagram because this guy who makes them, they're at like a discount or something, and so I got them. I got it for like $70, and I didn't expect it to be that good. And then when it came, I put it on, and I was like, something just happened. Like I feel different. And then I had my
You're
roommates
like,
put it on.
I am Spider
hmm
Man.
My roommates put it on, and were like, "There's something about that man. Like it just feels." And they're not like nerdy really, so like it just feels weird, in a good way. So
They're
I
like, am I a superhero?
exactly. So maybe one day when I have $900 to spare, I can buy the full suit. But that is not me now. So I just got the
Start
mask.
putting your pennies away.
Mm.
Couple years. I
But
love
yeah.
it. Very nice. There
Um,
was one year where I was really like hardcore almost bought a Yelena, like a good
really.
Yelena costume.
Hmm.
I think it was like probably like 200 or $300. And then I was like, then I can use it like so many years, like
Yeah.
forever. And then I just didn't commit. So it's probably a good thing though because my hair isn't blonde anymore.
Mm.
Maybe I can get a
Yeah.
Kate Bishop one eventually,
Yeah, that's
but
true. That's
yeah.
why. That's another reason why I bought the mask. Because it's like this is an investment of I can
Yeah.
just repeat this when I need to. Um, it's funny though because I'll point and laugh at like cosplayers, and then I put on a Spider-Man mask myself, and
And
I'm
you were
like,
like, wait.
I get it. I get it.
You're like, I understand. No,
uh,
that's so real. I also still
um,
have the wig from my She's the Man costume that could be used in so many different ways. And I
yeah.
just like, I really should take advantage of that. Like, I did think for a slight moment this year, I was like, I should just be Troy Bolton. Because
Hmm.
I have the wig. Like, I could be Justin Bieber. I could be whoever I wanted to be. And it's like, and so I have a funny costume in my back pocket whenever I need to. But, anyways, what's our next question, Garrett?
I was gonna ask, what are some Halloween traditions?
Okay, great question. I think my favorite Halloween tradition, it's my mom's birthday on Halloween. Shout out
Hmm.
to Julie.
Shout out Juju.
And we like I said, I'm just not a party person. I don't really like go out and like do stuff on Halloween. I really loved trick or treating when I was little, so I do miss those days. But ever since I've kind of been like older, so like high school on, I just kind of hang out with my mom on Halloween, and every Halloween we watch Karate Kid, the first one, original.
Nice.
We like to do it for a lot of reasons. I honestly have no idea why it started, but it has like the Halloween scene in it, which is really good
Hmm.
with like the um he's in the
The
shower
shower.
curtain
Uh-huh.
and like the skeleton costumes. It's just so funny. But it also ends on Christmas, so we like to say that it's like our start to the Christmas season. So,
Oh, that's so cool. I never even thought
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
I have become low key like a huge Karate Kid universe fan. I
It's
love the
fire.
first movie, and then I really liked Cobra Kai, even though it got really bad towards the end. It's like my soap
The first
opera.
couple seasons are so good though.
Hmm.
It did kind of like fall off. I didn't actually finish it, but it did kind of like just started. It's like there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
So, but
I will
I love
say
it.
all the seasons of Cobra Kai are really good, or at least there's a lot to enjoy out of. I would say all of them, except the last one. The last one, it kind of feels like it has a good like nice like bookend to it, but the last
Yeah.
season is kind of just like okay, you've stretched this, and you can kind of feel that they've stretched this. Like the final
Yeah.
season should have been the season before.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't want to go down that tangent. Shout out Voodoo Mama Juju for Karate Kid.
I love it. All right.
Hmm.
What's your favorite Halloween tradition if you have any?
Yeah, every single Halloween since I was like, I don't know. I know I've watched it when I was a little kid, but I've since just started watching it every single Halloween as a personal tradition that I will definitely carry on with my own family. But for the past like 8-ish years, every Halloween I watch The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Oh, that's a
Um,
classic.
I just love it. It's
It
just
is
so
good.
it's very just like it's a comfort watch, and it's like that movie or special or whatever, since it's only like 40 minutes. That to me is like that is Halloween is the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
And I got a rock.
What's the what? Why do they hate Charlie? Why do all these
Dude, I don't
parents
know.
like collectively agree to give this child a rock?
I don't know, but it's funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
Um, yes,
We've
but
we've done that for a couple years too. I love that both
mm,
of our favorite traditions are around some sort of something we're watching.
yeah, it's why we have this
very,
podcast. Yeah.
very on brand.
Uh-huh.
I love it.
So, with that in mind, what have you been watching the past couple weeks?
Well, Garrett, I actually went on an adventure this week and I went to the movies all by myself.
Is that the first time you've done it?
First time I've ever gone to the movie theater all by myself. I woke up on, I think it was on Thursday, and I was like,
Mm,
I want to go see a movie. Nobody else has time to go see a movie. I'm just going to go. And
yeah.
so I went and I saw I can't even tell you what it's called. Regretting You. I saw Regretting You.
How'd it go?
Well, okay, the experience of going to the movie by yourself, 10 out of 10 would recommend. That was
Yeah.
so fun. I literally was like, I felt so awesome. I was like, I should do this every month at least.
Yeah.
But the movie, not great. I'm regretting informing you that it was not a great movie. I wasn't really expecting it to be a great movie, but I was expecting to enjoy it, you know? Like, I know when I go into those movies that I'm like, okay, like, I know this isn't going to be the best of film, but, like, I know I'll probably like it, just because those are kind of my movies, like the Nicholas Sparks type movies. And it was not great.
Yeah.
I didn't even enjoy it.
Not even a little bit.
I enjoyed the experience, like I said. Like, I enjoyed going to the movie by myself and, like, chilling and being at the theater because I love that kind of stuff. But, like, every single thing that happened in the movie, I was just like, where's the plot? What's happening? Why has the tone shifted 20 times? It was just not good. But what can you do? And if anybody doesn't want to hear spoilers, like, whatever. But the like, kid in it is, like, trying to get into film school, and his, like, love interest is trying to get into drama school, and she gets into drama school, and then he's, like, put on the wait list or whatever. But, like, his short film, I'm so confused. I don't know if this is actually what he, like, submitted, but his short film at the very end of the movie that they, like, do a little, like, show and tell for to tell that, like, I got into film school, was that it was a promposal.
What? Oh, wait. Is that the movie? Are you talking about the movie, the one that just came out with How to Train Your Dragon Kid?
Yes,
and
Mason
Grace?
Thames.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mason Thames is the film student, and McKenna Grace is, like, the actress, and he, like, films her and, like, makes this short film, but the whole time it's just him asking her to go to prom. And I was like,
The characters in movies who are, like, it's the self-insert characters of, like, oh, I'm wanting to get into film school or whatever. They're so annoying every time.
It was so bad. I mean, there were so many bad things about it, but I won't get into it. What have you been watching?
It will not be making an appearance on What We Watch, is what you're saying.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
As I was leaving for the movie, my roommate was like, you should do it on your podcast. And I was like, Garrett would hate me if we did this. And then I went and watched it. And I said, I don't know that I can even watch this again.
Yeah.
I would hate me if we did this on the podcast.
That's funny. Okay, so this last week, I went and saw the new Tron.
Oh, I also saw that.
Yeah. It's just like... It feels more like, as a Tron Legacy defender, as someone who loves that movie, it doesn't feel like a sequel to Legacy as much as it's just trying to oddly be a sequel to the original, which, like, 3 people have watched. So I don't know what the idea was there. And Jared Leto's just a weird guy, and to me the appeal of Tron, and seemingly to a lot of people since this movie's making no money, isn't like, oh, it's like this crazy AI thing. No, the appeal is you go into a video game world and it's this crazy, like, advanced, cool civilization where they fight with discs and it's like all video gamey and adventure-y and fun. Like, that's the appeal. So, I don't know. It just was not what it could have been, and it made me sad, and I just wanted to watch Tron Legacy the whole time. The effects were good for, like...
I agree.
Like, I could, for the first, like, 40 minutes, I was like, this is actually pretty neat, because, like, the effects are really good. But then once that wore off, I was like, this is just boring. Like, I don't care about anybody. Like, there wasn't a Sam. There wasn't, like, ironically, Kevin Flynn was in the movie, but it's like, that was, like, a cool scene.
But, like, for 2 seconds.
Exactly. It was a cool scene, but he was like, what? It just, I don't know. It was just a weird film.
I agree. It was missing some heart. And also, like, again, we are very biased because both me and you, like, love Tron Legacy. But it just felt weird that it was like, Garrett Hedlund probably would have done that movie.
Exactly.
Like, I'm like, why are we, I don't know. It just felt weird to not include him. And the music was so awful. I'm so sorry to Nine Inch Nails.
I liked
could
it,
not,
but it wasn't
it felt so overwhelming and overstimulating. It was like nonstop the entire time. And I was just like, and like just loud. And then the singing was not it. Like the added vocals, like I'm just like, it just felt like too overwhelming.
Yeah.
It made me miss Legacy. On the way home from the theater, I turned on the soundtrack to Tron Legacy, and I was like, the cool thing about this soundtrack, it might be one of my like all-time favorites. Like I think it's up there like in my top 5
It's one of the best
at
scores
least.
of the last 20
Like,
years, in my opinion.
So good. And the best part about it is that you can listen to the music and know exactly what scene is happening. Like you can visualize what's going on. Like it was just done so well, and I'm like, I don't know how Nine Inch Nails would ever live up to that. So like, props to them for trying, but I don't know. I didn't like it.
And I think
I missed to say it.
we need to get into the movie today, but not on the topic of Tron, which we'll definitely be doing Legacy at some point. I think, like, I didn't hate the music of Ares, but the differences between the music of Ares and the music of Legacy is I don't think people who haven't listened to it in a while really realize how orchestral and like cinematic the Legacy score actually is. Like people just kind of think like, oh, it must be synthy, and I remember that one scene where it was synthy, so that must be the whole score. It's like not really like that. It's honestly, I was reading up on it recently after watching Ares, and they purposefully wanted it to sound a lot more orchestral and like kind of blend the two styles. And so Legacy feels very cinematic. There's a lot of character themes. It feels like emotional, whereas this was just a constant like lo-fi beat the entire time.
But it wasn't relaxing lo-fi.
Yeah. And
anyways,
last thing I got to say, because I need to get this off my chest. This has been happening since the very beginning, but like even in the other movies. But the title character of the series, Tron, didn't even show up in the movie.
Yeah. Where is Tron?
Where's the guy? Where is the character? Anyways, so that's what I watched this last week. But
love it. Yeah. Well, too bad that our cinema experiences have been not great these days. We're almost there. We're making it. November's gonna get exciting.
And we've had overall this year's been really good for movies. So
it's true.
Yeah, but let's jump into our movie for today. So, for those who have listened to the last episode and hopefully you watched the movie, today we're going to be talking about the classic Halloween of our generation, anyway, the classic movie Hocus Pocus. Quick synopsis. For 30 years, the Sanderson sisters have been casting spells. Now see them. Wait, no, that I'm reading the Rotten Tomatoes thing. That's just that was a anniversary thing. Okay, here it is.
Here we
go. After moving to Salem, Massachusetts, teenager Max Dennison explores an abandoned house with his sister Danny and their new friend Allison. After dismissing a story Allison tells about superstitions, Max accidentally frees a coven of evil witches who used to live in the house. Now, with the help of a magical cat, the kids must steal the witch's book of spells and stop them from becoming immortal. Hocus Pocus, directed by Kenny Ortega, released in 1993.
Kenny!
Mm-hmm. That name should sound familiar for some people.
You guys, you don't know how much I love Kenny Ortega. That man. He's brought me so much joy.
So overall, what do you think about Hocus Pocus?
Overall, okay, I think I kind of talked about this at the end of last episode. I didn't ever grow up watching this movie. So I, for the first time, saw it 1 or 2 years ago. And I was like, I don't really get the hype. Like, I just, like, it feels like one of those movies that you have to, like, grow up watching to feel the, like, nostalgia of it and really appreciate it. And so this time I was excited to watch it and kind of, like, see if I liked it more. And I did like it more on rewatch. It definitely still isn't something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to watch Hocus Pocus this year. Just because Halloween in general is not, like, totally my vibe, to be totally honest. But, like, I enjoyed it a lot more this time around. If I'm going to be watching a Halloween movie, though, I usually gravitate towards Halloween Town, because that, to me, is, like, probably what Hocus Pocus is for a lot of people.
For a lot of other people.
Yeah, because I used to, like, watch it on Disney Channel every year. But all that to say, I did enjoy it a little bit more this time.
Hmm.
I think the characters are so iconic. Like, just the visuals of like the Sanderson sisters and everything. Like, I think it's so fun. Um, and it's like honestly a pretty fun story. Like, it's a good kids movie, good family friendly,
Yeah.
witchy, fun time. But tell me, Garrett, like kind of why you wanted to watch this movie, why you picked it.
Yeah, I remember because I never really watched this growing up as a kid either. Like I may have watched it like once or twice and was kind of like it was one of those movies as a kid where you don't really know how you feel about it. It's not like a I didn't like that, but it's not like a that was really cool. It was am I supposed to like this? Like I don't know if I'm
Yeah,
supposed to like this.
that's fair.
And then I watched it one time. It was just like randomly on Disney Channel when I was in high school, like a freshman or sophomore or something. And I think Avery was like just watching Disney Channel. I was like, oh, keep it on this because I had heard. I mean, it's become a classic.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I ended up just like, this is a really solid movie. Like
Yeah,
it's just fun. Like it's
yeah.
that's I could definitely see because I just looking into stuff on this movie. There's a lot of crazy parents out there who are like, this movie is promoting witchcraft and worshiping the devil and stuff. And it's like, okay, guys, let's
It's like,
chill out a
hey,
little bit.
hold on.
But I just think it's like, it's such a fun Halloweeny, spooky kids vibe kind of. It's in the same vein to me as like the live action Scooby Doo's are,
Yeah, yeah.
which honestly might even be a little bit a little bit more mature, quote unquote, than the live action Scooby Doo's because I forgot until rewatching it this time that like I mean I didn't forget, but I just didn't really click. Like a little girl dies in the first 5 minutes of this movie. Then
Yeah.
a kid gets turned into a cat, and then the witches get hanged all in the span of like 8 minutes. And it's like,
Opener goes crazy.
yeah, this is wild. And that proceed like the whole story revolves around which they remind you over and over again. And it's like a funny reoccurring joke of Max is a virgin, and that's why they came back because he like lit the candle. And it's very much a kids movie that I feel is like as a kid you're watching it in the perspective and you're watching it for like Max and Allison and Danny and stuff, but then as you grow older you kind of are more watching it for the Sanderson sisters and Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker's and who's the last what's her name, the last sister, I can't remember, Kathy Najimy. You're watching it for like their performances because you can tell like, and I think that's why I really like this movie is they're having so much fun making this
Yeah.
movie, and that just like bleeds through. Like they're just so like fun to watch. I don't know why. They just like have that vibe of they had such a good time making this, and you can tell just by the way that they're acting that. I mean, just reading up on this movie, Bette Midler, who plays the main Sanderson sister, the main villain, she says this is her favorite movie she's ever made.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
can
and
tell.
I do think that that has a lot to say about Kenny Ortega because I think you ask
Hmm.
a lot of actors that work with him and they will say similar things. Like he
Yeah.
just makes set really fun. Um like I've watched a lot of his projects and people just like love him.
Hmm.
So, I think that that's well, but it is such a fun movie. When I was watching it this time I also had the thought like it kind of just gives like the same vibes as like Goonies, maybe
Yeah.
even a little bit of like Home Alone. Like it's just like
Hmm.
very like fun, like mischievous. Obviously with the like added aspect of like magic and like the witches and just like the goofy kind of campy vibes that are in this movie. Like it's
Hmm.
just I understand why people like love it so much. And again, I you can tell like you were saying that the actors really like had a fun time doing it.
Yeah. Like it's rare. It's a very tongue-in-cheek kind of movie. Like it knows what it is, and it like plays up that. Like there is that scene where they're running through the sewers, and then Billy the zombie is going after them, and just like watching that scene where it's like there's just vines growing out, and then there's like a fog machine spraying everywhere, and the zombie guy's running through this dimly lit sewer. It's like, oh yeah, this is a Halloween movie. Like this
Yeah.
is a spooky kids movie.
And it is like I do think that when it comes to Halloween, it is a very fun holiday for kids, and there's
Hmm.
not a ton of movies for kids centered around
For
Halloween because
Halloween.
of like
Yeah.
there's like spooky vibes, so people tend to think scary movies, but then it's like, well, what about the kids? Like, they don't necessarily want to watch something scary. And so I think it's definitely a needed movie during this
Mm-hmm.
holiday because there aren't a ton of them. Like, I can only think of Halloween Town, this movie, Hocus Pocus, maybe Nightmare Before Christmas if you want to make that a Halloween movie. Like, there's not a ton. Coraline, maybe, but even that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of scary. So it's just like finding a fun mix of it all
Yeah,
that kids enjoy and
exactly.
families.
Um, so with that in mind, with I was kind of struck this time watching it. It's funny you bring up how like, oh yeah, this is very much a Halloween movie for kids, which 100% is. But I also kind of picked up on how this is a very, for lack of a better term, this is a very horny movie.
It
Like
is, yeah.
there's
but
so
but when
many,
you're a kid, you don't
yeah.
notice.
Like Sarah Jessica Parker's character, whose name is
Named
Sarah.
Sarah, yeah.
She is like so like seductive, and it's funny. Like it's not in a like
Yeah.
this is a gross way. It's like a she's very funny with it.
Hmm.
Um, and then just the whole plot revolving around how he's a virgin, and they just make fun of him the whole time because he's a virgin, and it just like that even that one scene. I love the little sister in this movie, Danny. I think she's really
Hmm.
funny. And the scene where they first light the candle and the house starts going crazy, and then Max is like, "What happened?" And she goes, "A virgin lit the candle." It's just like I don't know. That's such a joke that as a kid you'd be like, "Oh, whatever," but as an adult you're like, "That's actually very funny that they're getting
Yeah.
this like 11-year-old to deadpan deliver that to her older brother."
Yeah. No, there's a lot of like fun comedic like timing moments in this that come from like every single character like that are just they just hit. They're just funny. I love it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I will say the two characters that I don't really get are the bully characters.
Yeah, the guys that call him Hollywood or whatever and they
Hmm.
steal his shoes. Yeah.
Because this is like it is a cartoony movie in a sense, but it's because of like the Sanderson sisters. Like they are the
Yeah.
only ones who I feel like should act cartoony. Everybody else seems to act pretty normal, except the
Except for them.
bullies
Yeah.
who are just like shaving ice in the back of his head is that's actually funny. I'm not gonna lie, but it just I've never really liked these characters because it's like who actually I wasn't a kid during the 90s and 80s, but what person is going to like bully somebody for helping out their little sister and like watching over their siblings? It's like what are you talking about?
Yeah, no, they're kind of they I agree. They're just like a little too cartoonish where you're just like
Hmm.
but they don't really serve a purpose in any way. I
Yeah,
think you could take them out of the plot and it would pretty much
would not change
everything
anything.
would be the same. So,
Yeah.
it's funny. I do think that it's fun to have them at the end of the movie kind of up in the cages just
Hmm.
cuz it's like just an added little touch there, but yeah, they're not my favorite either. My favorite personally is Binks the cat.
Yeah.
And I'm usually not a cat person, but
Hmm.
Binks is fun.
With that in mind, I was gonna say actually, this I feel like this is a pretty good like brother sister movie
It is, yeah.
because I mean obviously Binks and all that stuff, but also just Max and his sister and like the whole movie is
Yeah.
revolved around their relationship. Um,
It is a very tender sibling, brother sister movie.
mm,
And there's not a lot of those either.
no, there's not a lot of
Like
brother sister movies.
yeah, there's a lot of like brothers, there's a lot of like sisters.
Hmm.
But brother sister movies, I can't really think of many,
Yeah,
if any.
and I feel like they really have like their dynamic. The two actors have a very good like sibling dynamic. Like they actually feel like siblings.
Yeah.
Especially that one scene where when they first go to Allison's house and she's like Danny's kind of hamming it up and
Yeah.
like kind of pushing the buttons, and specifically when she's like when Allison's like, "Oh, cool costume," and she's like, "Yeah, you have a nice one too, but I can't wear that because I don't have what do you call them, Max? Yabos." And then Max is like chokes on his drink. I think that scene is so good. Like it's such a younger sibling kind of thing to do,
Yeah, for sure. She
and
she knows how to push him to his limit, but
exactly,
like not enough. Just like
yeah,
quite to the point. I actually saw that I think it was on TikTok or something. It's like your siblings are there to know how to push your limits, right to the point of like not getting physical. Like it's like
Exactly.
it's like the exact amount. So funny.
We're supposed to be rage baiters, and I think they really nailed that in this movie.
Yeah.
They really are good at rage baiting each other.
For sure.
But kind of back to the main attraction. Of the three, who do you think is your favorite, like, Sanderson sister?
I actually do enjoy Sarah probably the most, randomly enough. I just like Sarah Jessica Parker. I think it's fun to see her in a different role. And I just think she's funny. Just the way that she's always distracted by like men and stuff. I think it's hilarious. So, who's your favorite?
I think my favorite is probably Winnie. I think she's a really good villain for the same reasons that we were talking about Aunt Gladys the other day. I just love me a character who is evil and like really loves being evil.
Just to do it.
Like not in an like obviously she's like a malicious person, but just like for the love of the game. and there's so many lines in this that I mean all three of them say, but for example when Billy's like go to hell and she's like, "Oh, I've been there. It's lovely." Like
Yeah.
I love that kind of villain.
Yeah. I do think that she's good in this too cuz it's like lighthearted more instead of like super dark. But like there's moments, there's glimpses where you're like,
Yeah.
it's a little she's sinister a little bit, but
She's also has
funny.
like Emperor Palpatine powers apparently.
Yeah.
With her like lightning fingers.
Lightning fingers. Yeah, no, that's so funny.
But I think so yeah, I think she's probably my favorite. But I have never thought or I've never really found Sarah Jessica Parker that attractive. I think she's very attractive in this movie, I'm not gonna lie.
So random. I love that.
Just because you were saying that of how she's all like she very much is hamming it up. And I found that this isn't just a me thing. One of my favorite YouTubers like watched this movie with one of his lady friends and they were watching it and he was like foaming at the mouth every time she was on screen and his friend was just making fun of him. And I'm not to that extent, but I'm like, dang, I've never thought she was attractive. She's attractive.
The long
in this
hair,
movie.
it must be. No, I like her. I think she's so pretty. Like in Footloose, and she's in Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I love her in that movie. I mean,
I
she's
didn't know
in
she was
like
in
this.
Footloose. Is she the main girl in Footloose?
No, she's not Ariel, but she's the like friend in the like Kevin Bacon original one. But I think Sarah Jessica Parker is always cute. But I do think
And
that like the
she's-
long crimpy hair might be might do it because she usually has kind of like poofier like 90s-esque hair where it's like, but the long like strands maybe that's what it is.
Probably, honestly. But shout out Matthew Broderick because that's her husband.
Oh really? I didn't know that they
Yeah.
were married. That's so
I
cool.
think they're still married. I think they got married in like the 90s, like around this time, I want to say. So do you have a favorite scene from this movie?
Favorite scene from this movie? Let me think. I think I do like the kind of sequence of them at the beginning in the house, like when they're all there and then he like lights the candle and then everything starts to like go crazy. I just like that.
Yeah.
But I also like the end too when they're all in the graveyard and then the Sanderson sisters evaporate and all of that.
Yeah.
And then the like reuniting of Binks and his little sister, and I think that's cute.
Wholesome.
Yeah, what is your favorite part?
I think anytime the Sanderson sisters are hamming it up, I think it's funny. Like when they see the trick-or-treaters for the first time and they're freaked out. And then they're like, they're like, what's going on? And then the dude dressed as the devil comes out and then they're like, Master! And run up to him and like
that part
bow.
is funny.
I think that part's really funny.
I do like the I put a spell on you part at the dance. Like I think the like singing part is really fun in it.
Yeah.
And then they like put the spell on all the adults. Yeah, it's so funny.
I think so. I'm gonna say something that sounds drastic, and before I say it, I do not mean that it is as good as this scene, but I see the I Put a Spell on You scene as this movie's I Need a Hero scene from Shrek 2.
That's
Like I feel
fair.
like they're cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's like the
And
same vibe. It's like the
exactly.
it's also like in have you ever seen Adventures in Babysitting?
The 80s one?
Yeah.
No, I haven't actually.
Okay, because that one has like a similar scene too, where
Hmm.
they're at like a jazz club and they're like trying to escape from these like criminals. That
Yeah.
movie's fun. We should do that movie because it's a good one.
Yeah.
And then she has to go on stage and start like and do like a like number. It's like the same
Hmm.
vibe too. It's so fun.
Yeah. I think there's, I mean, we could list a bunch of examples. I think, again, the crowning jewel of those scenes is the Shrek 2 I Need Hero scene because that version of that song is now in most people's mind like that is the superior version of the song, is the Shrek 2 version. And
I
that scene
mean,
is just amazing.
I haven't
Um,
seen the Shrek movies in a million years. Like I literally haven't seen them since I was a kid.
they're I mean, the first two are so good. Specific I'm
Yeah.
a 2 guy. You're either a Shrek 1 person or a Shrek 2 person. I'm a Shrek 2 person.
I think just based off of
Um,
what I remember from them, I'm definitely a Shrek 2 person. Like I think I
yeah.
remember when I think of Shrek, I think of Shrek 2.
Hmm. This is
But
thrown around a lot, this term, but Shrek 2 is really the Empire Strikes Back of the franchise because a lot of what like we recognize Shrek as today comes from that movie, right? Like Far, Far Away, The Fairy
yeah.
Godmother, Puss in Boots, like they're all from that
But
movie.
like what's the is it just Prince Charming
Prince
and
Charming,
yeah,
yeah, exactly. We got to
yeah.
do Shrek 2 soon.
We should, yeah. That'd
Um,
be fun.
and so yeah, I think I really like the I Put a Spell on You scene. I think it's just like that is the scene from the movie. If you're going like if that's like the iconic scene, I would say it's
Yeah.
probably that one. Um, but yeah, I did want to bring this up because while I was watching, I kind of was thinking about it, and I feel like the run of kids movies from like the 90s to the early 2000s and maybe a little bit beyond was insane. Like our growing up kids movies,
Yeah.
like live action ones, because animated ones everybody knows insane, very good.
Yeah.
But because trying to think about like back into like obviously nostalgia plays a big part of this.
Mhm.
But thinking about like live action kids movies from the 80s, live action kids movies now, they're all pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Like there's none that are like, oh my gosh, that to my memory that I can think of right now, there's none that are like, oh my gosh, that movie's so good.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking about it, and here, let me read you off this list real quick.
Let me hear it.
So here are some live action kids movies from our at or around our generation. Like these are the ones
Yeah.
we would grow up on. So you got Sandlot, Scooby Doo 1 and 2, the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series,
So
Hocus
good.
Pocus, Sky High, Space Jam, The Mighty Ducks, Home Alone, the Santa Claus movies, the Grinch movie, Cat in the Hat, Kicking and Screaming, Night at the Museum, Spy Kids, Holes, Daddy Daycare, and Cheaper by the Dozen. And there's more, but those are just the ones I thought of.
Yeah, it's kind of like the late millennial phase into
Early
early
Gen
like
Z.
Gen Z is like prime for like kind of that almost like transition era. And that's not even to
Hmm.
mention all the like Disney Channel movies. Like we got like High School
Exactly.
Musical, Camp
Yeah.
Rock, Lemonade Mouth, like all of those, Cheetah Girls, like all of that. We were spoiled for sure.
That run was insane. I don't know what was in the water, but we just popped off.
People were pumping out those kids movies and I'm
Hmm.
so grateful for them. And
And
shows.
exactly, yeah. And I think that's kind of something we've lost these days. Like most kids' things are either just like YouTube stuff, like
Yeah.
reels, just YouTube oriented stuff, or animated movies. Which animated movies, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Those are great,
Yeah.
fantastic. But we've kind of lost, I feel, the live action kids movie,
Well, the problem is, Garrett, is that we've lost the
the mid
transition
budget
from
movie.
being the mid-budget movie, but we're also
Hmm.
missing like generationally the transition from being a kid to a teen. Like
Yeah,
there's no like preteens anymore who like ate that stuff up. And so it's like
exactly.
hard to it like when you're still a kid, but you're not quite like so that there's like that target audience for some reason has gone away. Like you're either a kid or
Hmm.
you're just a
Or you're a
teenager these
teenager.
days,
Yeah, that's a good
unfortunately.
point. And it's just like
So,
sad because obviously some of those movies on that list are not like fantastic movies, but I would say all of the ones that I could think of, anyways, like they got some like heart to them. Like they actually
yeah.
have like care put behind them. Like even just Scooby Doo and the Diver Wimpy Kid movies, honestly, are some of the best casting in any movie ever.
Yeah.
Like the cast for both of those movies is insane, and you see that when because they've tried to do like newer live action Scooby Doo TV movies or even the newer Diver Wimpy Kid live action movie that just bombed and failed because it
Yeah.
wasn't the best cast.
Yeah. They just don't hit the same.
Hmm. Exactly.
So sad. We're
Yeah,
missing those.
I know. Bring them back,
Maybe they'll be brought
but
back for our children.
yeah, that'd be nice. So to get back to this movie, I did have I have a couple other questions. One is on the topic of casting. If you were the casting director for this movie and they're making it today, let's say like throughout the window of the problem we just had, they're still making kids movies today. You're the
Yeah.
casting director. Who are the sisters and who are the main three kids?
You're probably gonna have to help me with this one because
Hmm.
my brain isn't quite working for actresses. One that I did think of that would be, I think, fun for the sisters is I think Kristen Bell as like
Hmm.
Sarah or somebody. I think that would be really fun. Maybe we throw in like, I don't know, trying to think for the kids.
I think what's his name? The one we already mentioned him on this episode, Hiccup Kid would probably be a good Max
But yeah,
or
Mason
Bix.
Thames.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, that's a good one for sure. I like that. Then maybe
Hmm.
you could have any. I'm like, there's so many options. But yeah, what? Who else did you think of for the sisters?
Um, I didn't think Kristen Bell, but now that you brought her up, like I think she would be a good option. Um, hmm. See, I asked this question and I didn't even think about it.
I
Um,
wonder because I'm trying to think of like people that are like grown up now because it's hard in my brain. I'm like, oh, they're stuck in time. But I'm like, you
mhm.
could have like Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
Jennifer
she would
Lawrence would
kill
she would
like one of
kill one of the
those.
yeah.
Like, I think she could be really fun because she's
Mhm.
older now. In my brain, she's still like 18 in Katniss Everdeen, but she's
Yeah.
not. So,
Yeah.
um, I think she could
Um,
be funny.
Andrew Garfield as Billy the monster or the Billy the zombie.
Andrew Garfield, that's so funny.
Hmm.
As Billy the zombie. Oh,
Hmm.
that's good. Yeah, there's so many
I feel
options.
like we could put one of the Stranger Things kids in one of these roles.
Oh, that would be good.
Like I could see, especially because I feel like she doesn't really play the like tomboy roles as she used to when she was originally casted. But I feel like Sadie Sink could play Allison.
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
Hmm.
You could even have like, um, I don't know. You could have any of them play Billy. I'm not Billy. Max.
Yeah.
Any of the boys, really.
Hmm. And I can't think of.
Maybe if it's made these days, we could have the guy who plays Lucas be Max.
Yeah, that'd be
Add
sick.
some diversity in there.
Uh
That would
huh.
actually be funny.
I think he would actually be really good in that
What's his
role too.
name?
Caleb McLaughlin or
Yes, he would be
I think that's how you
so
say his last
funny.
name.
I think just
Hmm.
like I always think of him like screaming in
He's
Stranger
got good
Things.
comedic timing.
Yeah, totally. No, I
Yeah.
think he would be fun.
And I mean, we saw this in season four, like, because Max in this movie is very much trying to be like, he is a nerdy kid who's trying to become like a cooler kid.
Yeah,
And Lucas, like, that was his arc in season four.
yeah.
So I feel like he would
He
eat
could
that
kill
role
it.
up.
Yeah. What
Hmm.
about Melissa McCarthy for one of the
Oh,
witches?
yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
For
the main one or the
yeah.
what's the second one? The
I
one with
feel,
the
I, yeah, I
crazy
can't
hair.
remember. Let me see. What was her name? Because it's Sarah, Winnie, and Mary. That's what it is.
Mary, yeah, she could do a good
Hmm.
Mary. Wow. Well, lots of options. You guys
Hmm.
tell us what you think if you have any good casting options.
Yeah. Let us know because I feel like For the kids, I feel like we that one was pretty easy to some degree, but I feel like
Yeah.
the Sanderson sisters is a little hard because
Well,
they're
they
such
were
iconic
casted so
roles.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll probably do this category for a
In
lot
the
of movies in the
future,
future.
I
So
might be able to do it a little bit more. Well, I'll
when
do
we've
it
thought
better
about
now that
it,
I know. Yeah. But I think that's a
but
fun category to do.
on that topic of casting, just reading some facts about this movie, the role of Max was originally offered to. Do you want to take a guess?
I have no idea.
Think about '90s young men, famous actors.
Can you give me a hint?
He is a still to this day one of the biggest actors of our time.
Why am I only thinking of Tom Cruise? Like I can't think of any other actors at the moment. Who?
He was
I'm
just
trying to think of
in
young people.
he was just in a movie recently.
That's not helping me. I still can only think of Tom Cruise, but he wasn't young enough.
All right, all right. It was so the originally who they offered the role of Max to, who he was going to play him until he had to drop out for What's Eating Gilbert Grape, was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Duh. Leo.
Hmm
He was gonna do this movie? That would have been
Leo, he was the
funny.
original choice for Max. That
Dang.
would have made
Okay.
this like imagine a world where he was Max in this movie.
That would
Because
have
I
been
feel like
crazy.
he's not bad, but I feel like the Max character is kind of just he doesn't really stand out. But I feel like Leo plays him and he stands out.
Yeah, that would be iconic. But he might
Hmm
overtake everybody else, so maybe it was meant to be.
Yeah, it's true. No one would care about the sisters because everybody's just there for Leo.
Everybody would just be fawning over Leo.
Hmm
I love it.
But just while we're on the topic, a couple other facts that I was reading about. Um, so Disney bought the script for this movie back in like '84, and then they sat on it for a while because they didn't know exactly how they wanted to do it
Yeah.
until they found Kenny Ortega, and Kenny Ortega was like, "I want to do it this way," and they're like, "Yes." And what was interesting is they released this movie in the summer rather than in Halloween or during Halloween because they didn't want it to compete with their other Halloween movie that was coming out at the time, which was Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm,
So
interesting.
those were really the only, besides like Bette Midler saying this is her favorite movie she's done. Sarah Jessica Parker thought that being suspended, like whenever she was on her broom, the harness she said was very comfortable. That during like breaks, she wouldn't be taken down. She'd just
She's
like
like, I'll just
stash a
chill up
book.
here.
Yeah, she would just read a book or read the New York Times or whatever, just like
That's
hanging
so
there.
funny.
Um, and yeah, majority of the facts I read were just talking about how everybody really, really loved making this movie.
Yeah. I think a movie like this would be like the most fun to make, right? Like something that just doesn't
Hmm
take itself too seriously. You get to have a good time. Fun cast. Like
Exactly.
obviously you're working with Kenny. Like nothing
hmm
better. Dream.
And it was a 5 month shoot, which kind of is surprising to me. I'm not gonna lie, but
How long it was?
yeah,
You think it would have been shorter?
yeah. I feel like there isn't really too. I feel maybe because of like the sound stage and the graveyard scenes, and those are pretty big, I guess. But there
Yeah.
isn't really anything that I'm like that
That's
would
too
have taken a long
crazy.
time to
Yeah.
shoot.
Or maybe
So
scheduling. I don't know.
yeah, it might have been scheduling.
Crazy. Love it.
But so a couple other questions. Um, so this movie is a lot about like, oh, let's take the classic witch and put them in a modern setting, and like that's the majority of the plot is like just the funny comedy beats that come from that.
Yeah.
So if you were to make a story or make a movie taking like some classic creature, some classic folklore monster or whatever, it doesn't have to be horror, it can be whatever, and put it in the modern setting, what would you do?
I think for me, I was just thinking of instead of like a monster, like a mythical creature, I was just thinking of just taking anybody from like a pilgrim or like from
Hmm
the olden days and just putting them in modern times and seeing what they do. Like I think they
Yeah.
would be shocked at what we have. And I think that in itself would just be funny. Just like seeing somebody from like the 1800s just dropped in like Times Square.
It's
I think
like
it
in
would
the
be
Mayflower
hilarious.
fit and just like
Yes.
what is
Just like
going
what's
on?
happening?
Yeah.
I think that would be funny.
hmm I was thinking I've for honestly for a while, I think the aura of the headless horseman is so
Mm.
tough. I
Headless Horse.
love
Wait,
The Headless
actually,
Horseman.
you should make a story about the Headless Horseman. I
Headless
love it.
Horseman. I don't think. I don't think so. This wouldn't necessarily be comedic, but I feel like a modern take on the Headless Horseman. Not that he would be like on a motorcycle or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
like you go back to wherever, I can't remember the town that the story takes place in, but you do like a modern spin on the Headless Horseman where it's like the legend of him or whatever, and now it's like doing it like very Stephen Kingy of it's back and these people have to take it down and stuff. I just
I
think
love it.
the Headless Horseman to me, like that is another like that's Halloween.
No, totally. Have you ever been at Disneyland when they've done the Headless Horseman like in the
No, but I've
parade?
seen videos. It's
It's
so
so
cool.
sick. It's so cool. I think they only do it at their like Halloween party. So like Oogie Boogie Bash,
Yeah.
Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. So sick. It's so cool.
He just had like the Headless Horseman just has
You're
so
so
much
right.
like
It's the
aura.
aura. It's the
Yeah.
aura. I love it.
Hype moments and aura. Sweet. So, last question, our classic. Did the critics get it right? Let's hear what you think. So, Rotten Tomatoes, 41% critic score, 72% audience score.
Wait, say the critics again. 72%
40,
audience,
41% critic.
I don't know. I think to me, like that makes a little bit of sense. Like that the audiences would enjoy it a lot more. Critics are obviously going to be a little harsher. I don't know that it's like 42% bad, but like I would expect it to be like 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
and then have it be like 70s for audience. I think that like somewhat makes sense. What do you think?
Yeah. I would agree. I think I agree with the audience score. Like I would give this around that range. Critics, I think we're a little too hard on this because I feel like this is a lot because it's so tongue in cheek. It's a lot clever of a movie than I think critics gave it credit for at the time.
Yeah.
So I disagree, but the letterbox score I think is kind of where it's rounded off.
Yeah,
With a
'cause
lot
then
of these older
you
movies,
can
you see
see
like
what people
yeah,
actually think. Yeah.
exactly. So the letterbox score is 3.5 out of 5,
Yeah.
which I
I feel
think
like
is very
I feel
apt.
like that's exactly where I would put it too. Like I like it
Hmm.
enough, but I don't like love it. Like it's not a 5, it's not a
Yeah,
4, but it's not quite a 3. Like so I think that
yeah,
that's solid.
exactly. Um, Sweet. So to round it off, final thoughts and score. What do you give it?
Final thoughts. I feel like I've told kind of all my thoughts. I liked it a little bit more than the first time I watched it. Enjoyed it a little bit more, but still just not something that I'm like I have to watch that every Halloween.
Hmm.
So, but I hope that like as I watch it and like get chances to revisit it, that I'll appreciate it more. I think it is one of those things that as you watch it, like it's like, oh, that's funny. Like you pick up other stuff. So, I'd probably give it like maybe like medium, large bucket of popcorn, and
Yeah.
then probably just like some butter.
Hmm.
So like just a classic bucket, just like not too big,
Yeah,
not too small.
you're not getting a collector's
We're
bin.
not
You're
getting the
just getting a
giant
yeah.
bucket. It's just classic bucket and just a little bit of butter.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I
what are
think
your final thoughts and score?
yeah, I say like I said, I really like this movie, but I do think this is more of a like every other Halloween kind of movie.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how often like this isn't like a Halloween's ruined if I don't watch this movie
Yeah,
kind of
it's like
vibe.
yeah.
Like it's not up there with like a Monster House or something like that where it's like I need to watch this movie this season. It's not on like the reoccurring
It's not like
schedule.
Elf and Home Alone for Christmas.
Exactly.
It's not they're
Exactly.
not equals.
Hmm.
But
But when the opportunity presents itself or when I'm just feeling it during the spooky season, yeah, I'd turn it on.
for sure.
Um,
It's a good like
so
background like while you're like carving pumpkins or something. Like
exactly.
just to set the mood.
I think that's the best way to describe it is the Carvin' Pumpkins movie.
Yeah.
So I would give it similar score. I'd give it medium bucket with like a tad more than normal butter.
Just a
So
little
like
extra.
yeah, a little bit of extra because I really
He
enjoy it.
layered it. He put some butter
Hmm.
at the bottom, not
Yeah,
just at the
fill
top.
some popcorn, put some butter on it, and then fill it up. Put the last little bit of butter on it.
I love
Layer
it.
it.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
layering that butter.
Hmm.
The popcorn analogies can go crazy sometimes, so
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, that was Hocus Pocus. Hopefully you've watched this movie if you're listening or watching.
Yeah.
If not, it might be a little too late. But if you would like to
You might
watch
have
it,
missed your
sure.
opportunity, but
Yeah.
if you're missing Halloween, like if you're sad that it's coming
hmm
to an end, maybe turn it on. But we're excited for Christmas over here.
hmm Speaking of, I don't know if it will be a Christmas movie or not. Maybe it won't be. Maybe we'll have a transition. But Natalie, what is our next movie we're gonna watch?
Okay, I would like to watch, I think just to like get in the Christmas season and like start our journey with Christmas movies because we have limited time. This one, Brady likes to say, isn't a Christmas movie, but we think it's a Christmas movie in my house. So we're just going to start it off and we're going to watch While You Were Sleeping. Have you seen this one?
Nice. No, I've never seen While You're Sleeping. I
This is
think
like
your
my
mom has
mom's
told me to watch
all-time
it.
favorite
Yeah.
movie, probably. All-time favorite
hmm
Christmas movie. She'll probably watch it 7 times this season, this
We need
Christmas
to get
season.
some juju questions then.
Yeah, well, I'll have her chime in a little bit for this
hmm
episode, but I think it'll be a fun one. More of the like romantic type vibes, but you still get Christmas in there. Get some New Year's. It's a good time. So
Nice. Awesome. Well, everybody go watch While You Were Sleeping. Share this podcast around with your friends. Tell us if you have any questions or any topics you'd like us to discuss for future episodes. Like we said, the last couple episodes we've been playing with the structure a little bit.
yeah,
So let us know any ideas that you have, and we'll see you in the next one.
go decorate for Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas.